Hey, folks, I want to welcome you to my life, okay? And the reason why I'm sitting here talking is because of the prevailing circumstances in Liberia. Liberia seems to be a failed state under George Weah. There's a guy who was a soccer celebrity. He became elected as president of Liberia, but it seems to be like he doesn't even know what he's doing as president. And so, like I promised my people in Liberia, once I have the time, I'm always going to sit here to discuss the prevailing circumstances in Liberia. Liberia has tended to be a failed state. People are dying every day. People are being killed every day in Liberia. People are living in the edge of poverty. People are just, people are struggling to make ends meet. Okay, but 99.1% of the people in Liberia are unemployed. Corruption is high. As a matter of fact, when George Weah became president, what he did was he built over 50 houses. Okay, 50 houses in less than 12 months. This is what he did. Okay, he broke down his house on 6th Street and rebuilt it. He turned it into a castle. He built a church. He rebuilt his Jamaica Resort. He had a resort there when he was playing soccer. So this is what George Weah did. George Weah is the most corrupt person that ever become president of Liberia. He's very corrupt. He's egocentric. It's all about him. Here's a man who became president. He took the country's money and diverted the country's money to his personal use. This is the kind of man we have in Liberia as president. And that is what I've always said, and we've always said. It is time for us to rise up to the occasion and make sure that George Weah is not re-elected. We have to do it, folks. Okay, we cannot sit on the fence anymore. Our people are dying every day. Our people are suffering. Our people cannot even get food to eat. Okay, our people are living in an environment that's very, very unsafe. George Weah doesn't care about the safety of 5 million people. He doesn't care about that. What he cares about is him. Okay, dressing and traveling around the world and having a good time. This is all he's doing. Okay, and everything George Weah is doing today for me is not new because I knew this is what he was going to do. Because this is the man who is he's grossly inept. Okay, a man who is uneducated, a man who has no concept of leadership, a man who became broke after playing soccer in Europe, as international soccer in Europe. So I knew he was not going to do anything for the country. But we have a country, with a younger generation where people saw George Weah as an alternative, a man who grew up in the slum, a man who they saw him as them, and that is why they gravitated to him. But it was not that George Weah was the most popular, most qualified person to become president. He was the most popular. So, folks, this is where Liberia is now. Liberia, is at a point that we have to rise up. We have to rise up to the occasion. We cannot sit here, regardless of where we live. Okay, you live in the States. Okay, you have a job. You got a car to drive. You can feed yourself. You can take care of your families. But that's not life. Okay, that's not life. Okay, the achievement in life is being able to make a difference in the lives of other people. That's what life is all about. I'm saying it again, being able to make a difference in the lives of other people. So if we sit here and do not say anything, while people continue to suffer, okay, history will hold us accountable. Because there will come a time where they will say, "Hey, James, all these things George Weah was doing in Liberia, he was stealing the people money, he was diverting the country's resources into himself. What did you say? What did you say?" Okay, history will hold me accountable. And this is what I'm doing here, folks. I'm sitting here in my tiny living room, and I'm here to connect to our people in Liberia. I'm here to inform them. I'm here to prepare their minds. 2023 is next year. And the election is in October, until October or November. We have to make sure that George Weah is not re-elected in Liberia. This man is a criminal. This man has he has no sense of humanity. It's all about himself and his followers. This is what it is. Okay, I've been following instances in Liberia. Everyone in Liberia is living in fear. Okay, people are being killed every day. There's no one apprehended. There's no one. Okay, and like I said, like I always tell people, Liberia is basically a failed state. Liberia is basically a failed state, a country where there's a high state of insecurity, the economy is bad, unemployment is at the highest. It's a failed state. Okay, and nobody would like to, would like to make an investment in an environment like that. So we cannot continue to hold George Weah. We cannot continue to have George Weah around for a longer time. We have to make sure that George Weah is voted out of office, George Weah is held accountable, and George Weah is prosecuted for the crimes he's committed in our country. This guy is looting the country. George Weah is a white collar criminal. He's a criminal, folks. I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat this. George Weah is a criminal. George Weah became president in less than 12 months. Where in the world? I'm not even sure whether Bill Gates can do that, or Donald Trump, or Barack Obama, to build 50 houses in less than 12 months. A man who was basically broke, he never had money for himself. Okay, he was broke. After playing soccer, he did not manage his money well. So he went into Liberia, he got involved into politics, he got elected as senator. As a matter of fact, when he became senator, there's nothing to show up. As a senator, what impact he made in the lives of the people of Massarauga County. You could not identify anything. But again, like I said, he was a more popular person, and we have a youthful generation that saw him as a soccer star and saw him as a man who grew up in a poor community. That's why he got elected. And today, George Weah has become a failure, and George Weah is nothing but what he's doing in Liberia is just enriching him. He's maxing wealth. He's just looting the country. And so, folks, like I said, we have to make sure that George Weah is not re-elected. I'm sitting here, I'm talking to people in Liberia, because if George Weah gets elected again, it would be a disaster in our country. You will see, look, presently, the medical system, the medical environment in Liberia, okay, they are all collapsing every day. Okay, you go to JFK. I just have a friend that just came from Liberia. You go to JFK, the government hospital. There's nothing there. You can't find anything. Okay, every day people are holding press conferences in Liberia denouncing the government and the state of insecurity in the country. So, folks, this is where we are. This is where we are. And again, like I said, once I'm sitting here and breathing, I'm going to always talk about Liberia because I come from Liberia. Liberia is my country. When Liberia is safe, we have good leadership in our country. It affords me the opportunity to go back home and live in peace. But every day people are being killed. You leave from here, go to Liberia, and you try to take a vacation. People cut your throat. They cut your throat. That's what happened in there. And ever since George Weah became president, he has never had a press conference in our country. The rest of the world's leaders, that's what they do. The whole press conferences to address national issues. That's what they do. It's not for George Weah. He doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know what to do. Okay? And because he's grossly inept, and like I said, he's grossly inept, and he got elected as president. A man who is grossly inept became elected as president of Liberia. So, folks, this is where we are. And like I said, I'm always going to discuss this issue. No one is more Liberian than me. No one is more Liberian than me. No one. No one is more Liberian than me. And we cannot have a country that isn't safe. Because, when a country doesn't save, nobody goes there to do investment. Nobody going to take their money to invest in Liberia. And that's why too many people are out of job in Liberia, because the government is not providing security for its people. So, folks, I just wanted to discuss this today. And hopefully, like I said, once I do have the time, I'm always going to talk about Liberia. We have to rise up to the occasion. Okay? Do not wait until the last minute. This is the time. This is the time we need to engage our people in Liberia and make them to understand they are feeling the pinch of George Weah bad governance. Okay, so we have to redirect them to make sure that this fool is not re-elected as president. George Weah is corrupt. The first thing George Weah did was, after building his 50 houses in less than 12 months, he put his wife on a $2 million budget, calling her a philanthropist. Where in the world, when you have government hospitals or government, medical institutions in Liberia are declining every day, and you're taking almost $2 million and giving it to your wife? Okay, a Jamaican woman who sits there collects $2 million every year and diverts it into her personal use, calling herself a philanthropist. Philanthropists are people who, you're wealthy, you want to help people, like Bill Gates. Bill Gates is the guy who got too much money. He helps people. Okay, he helps people, and not just Bill Gates. There are too many people around the world that are philanthropists. They help the poor all over the world. But it's not the case with Claude Weah. It's not the case with Claude Weah. She's taking the money from the poor, from the poor in Liberia and calling herself feeding trumpets. And again, like I said, the day George Weah leaves power, Clyde will be held accountable. She will be held accountable. She will be held accountable. She will be held to give account of the looting she and her husband are carrying on in our country. So, folks, I just wanted to bring up this, and hopefully, follow my channel. I have a YouTube channel. I want you to follow my channel. I'm always going to be here to discuss Liberia. I'm always going to be here to discuss Liberia. Liberia is my country. I live in the States. America provided me too many opportunities. I was able to use them. Okay, it was I came here, went to school. I got skills. I got education, and it is time to give back to my country. But I cannot do that when the country is unsafe. When you have a leader who doesn't even know what he's doing, and people are dying every day, people being killed. Liberia is unsafe, folks. Corruption is everywhere. And George Weah is ahead of the corruption gang in Liberia. He's a criminal. Okay, George Weah is a criminal. He steals everything that belongs to the poor. That's what happened in Liberia. So, folks, follow my channel, my YouTube channel. Like I said earlier, I'm always going to talk about Liberia because you can sit. Technology has made it so easier. You can sit anywhere and make an impact. You can sit anywhere and make a change. So that's what I'm doing here. 2023 is right around the corner, and we all have to hold together to make sure that George Weah is not re-elected. I thank you.